Well, this is an acrylic landscape painting that is easy to do and very effective. It has lots of contrast, nice colors, temperature shifts. It will sell for sure. You could do it in any size that you like. You can do it as large as a wall, or you can do it basically on any material that you like. I always do my paintings in miniature on wood, but that's just what I do. In doing the sky, I would like to have the lines of the sky, the movement in the sky, coming down towards the focal point. To sort of bring your eyes into the focal point. The skies take a little bit of practice. One time I had 3 panels and I did skies over and over and over until I kind of got the knack of it. With acrylic, it dries so quickly, you just have to get the knack of handling the acrylic when you're doing the blending on skies. What I'm doing here is just a sort of a hint that there is a background, a distant background that is not too clear. You don't really know exactly what it is. It just gives us something to be sort of a little border between the midground and the infinitely far away sky. Now we're moving slightly into, this is just an underpainting, but it's got more yellow because yellow moves forward in the painting, and in reality yellow is the first color to lose its intensity as it moves off into the distance. Putting little highlights on the yellow, and we'll blend them into the greenish yellow paint. Welcome back. We'll give this area a little bit of interest. This is just the underpainting, and also it is sort of an experimental period when you're trying to develop the composition. You want to see how the sand dunes are going to work in this composition. Being sand dunes, they're drifts of sand, so this area is not flat. It's contoured. We'll put some yellow and some brown and into the sand, and then we'll put some more white highlights on it. So we're blocking in the trees now. They're pine trees. The trunks are usually very straight on a pine tree. And we're going to have quite a few of them, but we don't want them all exactly the same. We'll try to space them at all different heights, different spaces between the trees, and something like you would see a little clump of trees in nature. If your brush happens to put a little too much paint on in some place, that's not a problem, because when you put the pine needles, branches and needles on, you can just cover up that little blob of paint. By having the little clumps dark at the bottom, it sort of grounds them. It's an indication that the trees are casting a shadow, and anything that happens to be down there will not be too bright. Now the idea with putting the pine needles on is to have it as random as possible, but yet have it, looks like, so it looks like trees, but you don't want it to look like a full, opening a book or something where all the pages are exactly the same. And any pointed brush will work, a round, small, round brush, as long as it comes to a point. You try to get as much variation in as possible. It's a little difficult. You tend to want to make things look like a fence, like a row of fence posts, or everything the same, one after the other. But if you can have everything varied in height and size and shape, it adds quite a bit to the painting. We already have a nice contrast developing between the clump of trees and the sky. Edges on the tree limbs are very sharp. The value is well separated. Putting some white highlights on the sand. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed painting it. And I think it's a fairly successful little painting. It could be done any size, and it would sell quite well. I know it would. Don't forget to subscribe and like it. It does mean a lot to me.